but it's better than being in the USA. I may have made a lot of complaints about, Merida and the cons video that hurted my heart because really the pros outweighed the cons. Hola amigos, me llamo Shayla. Welcome to this channel. Today I'll be giving you guys a whole bunch of reasons why I just absolutely fell in love with Merida, Mexico. Vámonos, Lego. Anyway, let's get to the pros. Why I absolutely fell in love with the city. Now, when I first came to Merida, I had no idea how it was going to be. I was spiritually led. So, check out the cons video. You'll see the card pop up there, after you watch this one, of course. But let's get into some of the pros why I absolutely love being here. Okay, the first day I stepped foot in Merida, literally, there was just like these magical things that started happening to me. I felt like anything that I manifested, I got like in an instant. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's something in the air. And maybe this land is very much blessed. Or I don't know if that's a proper term to use. I don't know. But it's something magical in the atmosphere here. Just in Mexico in general, I don't know about all the places in Mexico, but I do know for like different locations that I visited. Like far as like in the Yucatan, I'll say that. Like I haven't been outside of the Yucatan thus far, but like it's something magical about this place. The water is magical. I don't know. And I'm a very magical being, and I'm very spiritual and in touch with my consciousness and myself. And this place definitely allowed me to be myself. Even on a spiritual level, but like also like far as like dressing. Like I feel like in the USA, I couldn't like wear certain things. I can't wear my hair out without somebody thinking it's weird, or they appreciate my beauty here. They appreciate what I look like here. And it's nice to be accepted, even though they're different from me. And even though in the US we are all different, different is not really accepted. Spirituality is not really accepted in the USA as it is here. Like every time I go to like a marketplace or something like that, there's like so much spiritual jewelry. And when I say spiritual jewelry, I mean like crystals and evil eye jewelry and things you typically do not see in abundance in the USA. You'll see it, but you have to order it from either online or something like that. But you don't really commonly see it. Here it's like it's common. It's like everybody believes it's accepted. You know, in the USA, I am not a beauty standard. Okay, but here I am, and I appreciate that very much so. So not only is the food quality like really good here, but the food cost as well. I mean, eggs is like $2 USD, $2, anywhere from $2 to $5 USD, depending on the count and the size of the eggs. And I personally don't eat eggs, but I heard about the prices going up in the USA, which is ridiculous, by the way. And you know, but food is affordable. My lifestyle or my way of eating is affordable here. I eat mostly vegetables, food, and fruits, and whole grains, and fish and shrimp. Now the fish and shrimp, it costs you a little penny, but it's okay because the fruits and vegetables is unmatched. That saves me a whole bunch of money alone, just eating the local fruits and vegetables. Like I'm good. As long as I could afford that, that's really is the most important thing, all right? Like the government is so different here. I love that about them. They put warning labels on packages of cigarettes. As a matter of fact, they just made a law where people can't smoke in public places, only in the privacy of their homes. I love how they look out for the people here, and I appreciate that. So most people that live in Mexico, they are considered to be poor. It's not a lot of rich people here. So the food is affordable. If the food is not affordable, people would not buy it, right? So if I wanted some fresh juice, organic, fresh, natural juice in Mexico, it can cost me about $2 to $4 to get that. In the States, it costs, come on now, we already know it costs 10 times as much. So the food quality is there as long as the food, as well as the food price. And that's what we want. We know we shouldn't have to pay to eat quality food, you know what I mean? And I love the fact that the government here really cares about the people. They put warning labels on junk food. Okay, you don't get that in the US. US is like whatever, eat whatever you want. Okay, so the alcohol. Now I'm not the type of person who likes to drink all the time, especially when I was in the US. I didn't really drink at all. I would stick to my herbs or whatever. But when I got here, that changed. I drink tequila every week. Okay, every week. With a little bit of lime, little salt on my rim. I don't care. The tequila here is like 20,000 times better than the USA. They make the tequila here, so that's probably why. I don't know. And they don't add. I personally, I don't know if it's true or not, but I just feel like they don't add like the preservatives and all of the unnecessary shit in their food or in the drinks. And that's what I love about being here, because I get to eat organically and naturally, which should be a basic human right. The culture, the Yucateo culture is really interesting. I feel like it reminds me of a lot of New Orleans in the sense that it has a lot of history, art, the culture, the food is different. You know what I mean? If you've ever been to New Orleans, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's just different, and it reminds me of New Orleans in that aspect. Anyway, it's the history and the culture and the food for me. Speaking of culture, there's like this sense of like relaxation here. Like, don't worry, be happy. And I like when I go out to places like the different malls or wherever I'm going, there's like these positive quotes on the wall. I can find positive quotes wherever, and I read them, and you know, and it's like it uplifts my spirit. You really can't find that too much in the USA. I don't know, but it just does something to me. Like even a Walmart, like I went to the Walmart like that's close to me, and there's like these shirts, and they had all these positive sayings on the shirts. I'm like, you really don't see that in the USA. It's something little, but I actually enjoy the fact that they care about their people. Here, there's like this primitive way of living, and absolutely 100% I'm here for it. Like, I literally do not have a washer and dryer. I don't have a lavador yet, but I think I will be getting one. I just love the fact that you can hang your clothes on a line, and you know, your clothes will be dried in like 15 minutes just sitting out in the sun. Like, I don't care what it is, but it just, I don't know, I love that. I feel like a lot of times we pay for things that we can do ourselves, and I think living in a primitive age kept people living longer back in the day. Like, people are dying younger and younger in the USA, like, and it shouldn't be that way. I mean, we have so much advances like technology, we have all of this research, but yet people are still dying. Like, well, why is that? You know what I mean? But I feel like the primitive way of living definitely played a part in our ancestors outliving us. Like, I personally love this one. I love the fact that I can buy plants and flowers every week for myself if I want, because it's affordable for one, and there's a lot of people selling it too, so the market is large. So that's the reason why it's not as expensive. But I absolutely love that. I love plants. Plants are great for the environment. Plants are great for your home. It purifies the air and so much more. They're aesthetically pleasing, right? Yeah. There's so many studies that have been done that proves that if you have a whole bunch of plants in your house, that it helps you to live longer. It helps you to be stress-free. So I like the fact that I can access a lot of plants for nothing, little to nothing. Let me just say that. These plants right here are like $4 a piece. What is $4 a piece? Yeah, they're like $4 a piece. You see what I'm saying? Y'all see my apartment. Y'all gonna see. And this apartment might have a whole bunch of plants in there, but yeah, I had gave up so many of my plants before I got here, but I gained so many of them. And some of them were free, and some of them they didn't cost that much. That's what I love about being here. It's like I am able to be myself fully. The people are friendly. I know I talked really bad about them in the last video. Did I really? But yeah, I talked about how noisy that was. But anyway, the people here are really friendly and they're helpful, and like and dating is really nice. Okay, that's gonna be another video for another time, especially if you want to hear that type of stuff. Let me know in the comments section down below. But dating is different. The people are different. Yeah, you will meet, you know, like bad people. I mean, it's just life. But I feel like the majority of people, they're happy here. They're not crazy. Like, the people in the USA, they are like mentally sick. They may not be like physically sick. Well, they are that too, because it all starts mentally. I mean, it all starts mentally. If you're mentally sick here, then your body's gonna be affected by that. A lot of people in the USA are freaking mentally sick, and I feel like the people here, they may not have a lot. They may not even have food to eat for that day, all right? But they are, and this may not be true and entirely, but from what I observe is that the people are mentally happier here, most people, than in the USA. And I'm like, put me around those type of people, okay? I may not agree with everything that they say or do, whatever. They may not like me or nothing like that, I don't care. But y'all are mentally happy. So you're not gonna go around doing things that you shouldn't be doing if you're mentally happy. You're not gonna be trying to put that stress and that toxicity and pass that on somebody else because you're happy. Maybe it's the sun. Now, because the people are healthier here, that means if you're going to date or you're anticipating on dating here, then dating would be healthy. Far as my experience, at least. The cenotes. The cenotes. You know, I have yet to go to a cenote, but the cenotes. I have a really personal connection with water, and the fact that I am surrounded by water, even if it's underground, it's diabolical. I like the fact that I am like 30 minutes away from the beach. De la playa, vamos a la, like, vamos a la playa. Anyway, I'm like 30 minutes away from the beach. Before living in New Orleans, we didn't really have beaches. We had like, okay, so it used to be a beach in New Orleans, but they didn't really care for the environment as they were supposed to. They literally just let it be whatever. But that's another story for another time. But there used to be a beach in New Orleans. Like, now we got like dirty water in Mississippi. It's because of all the pollution and whatnot, and not really caring for the environment. That's why it was the way it is, the way it is. But we would have had a beach though. I like to be around the water. It's peaceful, you know. But here, if I want to go to the beach, it's 30 minutes away. It's nothing. Nah. A cenote is always like 10 minutes away from you. No matter where you are in Merida, it's like there's a cenote about you. It might be a private cenote or a hidden cenote, but there's a cenote around you somewhere. Guys, so that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you check out the other video I made, the kinds of living in Mexico. And of course, I will be making a part 2 to this as I continue to add more items to the list. But overall, I really love living in Mexico. Would I ever live on the outskirts of Merida? Possibly. Because the city is really noisy. I don't really like noise that much, but it's better than being in the USA. I may have made a lot of complaints about, Merida and the cons video that hurted my heart because really the pros outweighed the cons. Okay, so with that being said, hopefully one day you get to visit, or maybe one day you have the privilege of living here. If not, that's okay. Glad you watched the video. Right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.